Hello, and welcome to the GH Gospel Radio Show with me, your host, Lady Ajo, and this is the Power Chat Room. Today, we are going to be talking about mindset. As we go into the new year, it is vital that we take a look back at our life and the belief system that we have that have served us or might not have served us. How do you envision yourself, your journey in 2023? And what mindset are you going to use as a tool to make that possible? But before we dive in, like we do on every episode, I would love to share a word of prayer with you. Father, in the name of Jesus, we want to say thank you for yet another opportunity to come to your people with your words of wisdom, with your words of encouragement. I pray that as we speak tonight, give us the spirit of discernment and understanding onto our journey, onto our path. And Lord, help us develop the right mindset that will build the right attitude that we need going forward to achieve all that you have purposed for us in the year 2023. Amen. Wow. So today I am really excited to come your way because listen, we are in the festive season and we are so happy celebrating the moment. Let's not forget that this is just an event, but we have a whole life ahead of us after the festive season. Now, what are your belief systems? What do you believe about yourself that generates your thought process that you use in interpreting the world around you and that helps you choose your reactions, your choices in life as a result of your mindset? Now, when we talk about mindset, it's not just what you think, but also what you believe. Now, we are going to be more focused on what you believe about yourself going into a new year. What realities have you envisioned for yourself? And what possibilities do you see yourself, manifesting in the year 2023? In previous episodes, I did say that it is time for us to take a breather, relax, and reflect, have an introspective view of our life, how we have done so far in this year. Going into a new year, what are the things that we would love to do differently? And if we want to do differently, then we must first challenge what we call the mindset, your mental capacity, that which controls everything about you. Even if you want to move your hands, your mind must first send a message to that part of your body, and then motion follows. And so you cannot achieve anything meaningful without envisioning it for yourself, thinking about it, processing it till it becomes a belief within you. Then it becomes a tool that motivates you in your actions going forward. And so, what are your belief systems? Your belief systems are formed from the concept that you have of self. Your upbringing also helps in shaping your mindset, the things that you believe, the things that you've accepted, the things that you see possible, and how you view the world. Now, your historical memory, which is also your past experience, has a way of altering your mindset into believing certain things or doubting certain things about yourself. Now, your past experience might have not been pleasant, but going forward, you cannot be held back any longer by those belief systems because they don't serve you. Now, going forward, what can you do mentally to get yourself into a space where you are ready to go for the unthinkable? What would you use in processing the opportunities that you will be given in the coming year that would make you step out boldly to take them on and achieve greatness? Everything and anything that you want to achieve, my dear, it is so possible. But you must first think it to even believe it, to even see it happen for you. Your mindset is a weapon and it's also a tool because your mindset can aid you in getting greater results out of life, or it could limit you by preventing you from going out of your comfort zone to push for that which is the greatness that your destiny is required to achieve. we would face a lot of situations in life that would challenge the status quo, or that would, I mean, put us in a certain scripts that is acceptable to everybody. But your mindset and your belief system is that which brings you out of that box to challenge the status quo that is a norm among the people that you're surrounded with. Because you might come from a family that has limiting beliefs, where people even say that, oh, in this family we don't do this, in this family we don't do that. What has limited is there actually an embargo, or is as a result of happenings that have reoccurred in the family that has brought them to that conclusion? It has become a belief system for them. And so if this belief system no longer works for you, define your personal self and your concept of self, or your ideal self, where you want to go, or who you see yourself to be, then it is time for you to drop those belief systems and make new ones for yourself. Now, I would have you know that information indeed is power. And so when you have been informed, you must be transformed. So the belief system that you might hold from the past that no longer serves you, they need to go. Some of you have this belief system about yourself that even when somebody pays you a compliment, your first reaction to those positive words are negative, because you do not even see the truth in what they're saying. Like somebody telling you, oh, you're a very beautiful woman. And then you go like, hey, me, are you sure? What is there not to be sure of? Are you not beautiful enough, or you just don't believe it? Those belief systems are as a result of the thought process that you have engaged yourself in previous times. Now, going forward, you need to re-evaluate those thought processes. What have they brought to you? How have they served you? If it hasn't served you right, then my darling, it is time for you to honestly take a look at yourself. You are everything and more, but you are only limited by your mental capacity to see yourself as you ought to. Your mindset is the only thing that can limit you in life. If you believe that you cannot, indeed you cannot. But if you believe you can, you would find a way to do it. And so mentally, if you cannot see it, you cannot physically behold it. Your mental capacity determines what you can handle in life and what you cannot handle, what will drown you and what will lift you. You will know how far you can go and what you can achieve based on your thought process. What is your mindset? What is your thought process? What do you constantly feed yourself enough that it has become what you believe? I keep saying this, that your mind, your thoughts are not always right, because sometimes you could, how do you call it, perceive things wrongly. And so you should always seek more information and clarity on anything that you seek to do in life. I have taken my time this year to really look at myself and my life and the belief system that I've had based on my historical memory, which is my experience from people that I've dealt with. And going forward, how those belief systems, I mean, have limited me, because sometimes negative comments from people has a way of creeping into your thoughts, that anytime you are about to take a bold step, those ill still voices come up to you and then they tell you, oh, you cannot do this or you cannot do that. And then it becomes let's say a barrier for you, that anytime you want to push forward, you hear those words and then you pull back. Those are limiting beliefs, because you have thought about the negative so much that you believe that that is your reality. But my darling, I am here to remind you that it is absolutely nothing for you to believe that the negative things that people have said concerning you is your reality. You are permitted to re-evaluate yourself, readjust, and reintroduce yourself as many times as you can until you find your ideal self. People would always tell you what you can and cannot do. But what will make their words true in your life is your thoughts about what they have said. the belief that you have of self. Believe that everything is possible for you in the coming year. Because if you do not believe it, you cannot even begin to understand it, let alone go in and achieve it. I want you to do great in the coming year. And so I want you to take some time to really, really assess your thought process, your belief system. It is very, very, very vital to your growth in the coming year. If you do not, you would recycle the same patterns and write the same scripts in a different year, and you would have no new results. And so all that you would say on 31st night, oh, 2023 is going to be this year for me, that year for me, would not be a reality, because you have not taken time to realign yourself with your divine purpose, with your inner man, your thought that builds your conscience. Listen, your thoughts also builds your conscience, and your conscience is your moral compass. Your moral compass is that which permits you to do everything, but restricts you to do only that which is right for you. We are permitted to do anything and everything in life, but not everything and anything is for you. Just like we say that God can do everything, indeed, yes, our Father can do everything, but He wouldn't do everything for you, because who would ask his or her father for bread and they will give them stone? Sometimes we think that we know what is best for us, but God has a way of giving us what we need more than what we want in that season. And so your thought process brings you into a place where you can even appreciate the diversions of God's purpose for you. Your thought process determines how you take the ill words from people, or how you even deal with the negativity that comes your way. Life cannot be lived without struggle. And so the struggles that you face, your mental process will determine if you overcome them or if they consume you. I have this belief system that absolutely nothing can break me. It doesn't mean that I won't cry. It doesn't mean that I won't be faced with challenges. But what it means is that I will fight every battle mentally and win it mentally. And so once I win it mentally, I build confidence and motivation to overlook that going forward, pushing against the odds that are against me. It's a mindset. It's not magic. See, your mindset is the driver's seat of your life. That is why you must be very, very cautious with the things that you allow into your mental space to inform your transformation. If you allow any and everything to inform you, you would live your life anyway, because you would not be living with understanding of whatever you were doing, because you were just going by a script. But when you stop and begin to process, critically think and look at things from a very how do you call it, a very let's say the right angle, you appreciate the little things in your life, and you give attention to the details, and you become critical, that you don't just assume things as you go by, but you seek interpretation for the things that come your way, enough that you do right by yourself. Your mental capacity is who you are, everything you are, past, present, and future. Check yourself, look at your past, your thought process. Do you know that, I mean, sometimes when you believe certain things about yourself and immediately, you see it happen. I mean, some might call it faith, but faith is things hoped for, things not even seen, but you believe it is possible. What do you believe is possible for yourself? Are you hoping that next year you will become the best version of yourself? If that is your goal, do you believe that which you have even said about yourself? When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you believe that you are even beautiful as God has created you? Because until you see your own beauty Every compliment of beauty will seem like an attack on your person. Mental capacity, your mindset, is a tool. Everything that will limit you in doubting your own ability is processed mentally. And so if even you were given the greatest opportunity and you do not believe that you are deserving of that opportunity, you would not be able to utilize that opportunity because you do not even see yourself in that space. You will go there and you will constantly be doubting yourself till you have flopped at the opportunity that you have been given. It is my prayer that next year we will spend time cultivating ourselves into a space where we develop our inner man, our mental capacity, our physical being, and everything that concerns us emotionally to be aligned with that which we want to achieve. Greatness is not an event, but a process. Nobody wakes up and becomes great overnight. Show me one person and I will question them. Because not even a child is born and starts running the same day. You must go through a process that you learn, understand, unlearn, relearn, challenge your own thoughts. Sometimes you are there and then things come into your head and you say that, oh, no. This one, I can't do this one, I can't do that. Why? At that point in time, you are challenging your thought process because your mind is presenting you one thing based on your experience and the information it has processed. Now you can challenge it based on the new information that you have received or the reality that you see, or even what you have envisioned for yourself. I am hammering on this because it is so important for me that you do so great in the coming year. But your mindset itself is your biggest limitation. How do you even begin to go in for that which you deserve when you think you are not deserving of anything because of your past experience, because of your past mistakes? Well, Black Sherry said, who never made a mistake? Hands up. Everybody has fallen short, but that does not limit you. You have the right to achieve greatness. But listen, you have to give yourself permission. Yes, the right word for today is permission. The key word for today's show is permission. Permit yourself. Permit yourself. There are things that will happen to you in life that will change your way of seeing the world or perceiving things or even interacting with people. That if you do not take care, it will change who you are. It will alter your authenticity to fit the comfort of others to manipulate you. But you see, those situations come as lessons of events that you must take and take into account when you're thinking that this can happen. Look at the negative and positive, but always get towards the positive because life itself is a risk. You must risk it all or you cannot gain it all. And so what if you do not know the end from the beginning? Are you God or do you want to play God? Let God handle what you cannot control. And you take charge of what you can. Even your salvation requires a renewal of mind. Do you think that your mental capacity is one thing that you should toy with? If your salvation is based on your mental transformation, the quality of your life is based on your mental transformation, your capacity to comprehend your own journey. The information that you put in and the information that you give out is based on the mindset that you have, and even informs your thought process, your reaction, your choices, your interactions, your associations in life. I know it's a festive season, so I'm not going to keep you on for long, but I've given you a few keys that you should sit back and think about, because next year will certainly be great as you've envisioned it, but you must have the mental capacity the mental capacity to do what is required of you. You have a responsibility to yourself. To even discipline yourself is a mental process. To deny yourself what is not necessary in this space to get what you deserve or desire in the future is part of your thought process. Unlearn what you have learned that is limiting you in life. Relearn all that you can learn that can propel you towards an amazing future. I want you to come back next year with great results. And so we here on GH Gospel Radio Show want to also take this opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas once again, and also say Happy New Year in advance, because on this Power Chat Room, the next time I'll see you, it will be 2023. And so before we usher in the new year, my darling, don't be carried away by the events. They're seasonal. Take advantage of the opportunity that you have with work, with break from work and everything, and look at yourself. The belief systems that are not serving you, let them go, so you can learn new ones. There's information available for you if you seek. If you seek knowledge, you will find. But the depth of it is how much you give attention to. And so we have come to the end of this episode that marks the end of 2022. For me, Lady Ajo, this is the Power Chat Room. I want to say thank you for everyone who has stayed with me this year. Every time that you have spent watching me and all your interactions, I am grateful. But hey, don't forget to share your comments with me. I want to know what you're also grateful for coming to the end of 2022, because the next time I see you on here, we will be in 2023. Hooray! I want to take this opportunity to say Happy New Year in advance. I wish you a prosperous year, and I pray that next year, God grants you clarity onto your journey. May God help you cultivate all the hidden treasures that He has placed within you. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. The next time anyone pays you a compliment, don't let the negative voice in your head come out first, but rather say thank you in appreciation for that which you have received before you let the negative ones say anything else to you. Thank you for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your festive season. And hey, Happy New Year in advance from the GH Gospel Radio Show. We say thank you once again. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, and bye-bye.